हेलो दोस्तों, नमस्कार। एक बार फिर से आप सभी का स्वागत है अड्डा 24/7 के ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल पर वैभव श्रीवास्तव साहब। और हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं हमारे एक्सपर्ट मोहंती सर, जहां पर आपको अपडेट कराएंगे साइकोमेट्रिक टेस्ट के बारे में। दोस्तों, जैसा कि आपको पता होगा कि एसबीआई पीओ अभी अभी जैसे कि एक नया कह सकते हैं स्टेज ऐड किया है, जिसका नाम है साइकोमेट्रिक टेस्ट। और बहुत सारे कैंडिडेट जो इनफैक्ट अगर हम बात करें, उन्होंने कई बार सुना होगा। इनफैक्ट साइकोमेट्रिक टेस्ट की बात करें तो आपने रेलवे वगैरह के एग्जाम में बहुत बहुत कई बार नाम इसका सुना होगा। बट ये फर्स्ट टाइम पे एसबीआई इंट्रोड्यूस कराया है, पहली बार जो होने जा रहा है। तो इसके बारे में डिटेल नॉलेज क्या है, कैसे कर सकते हैं, कैसे क्या करना होगा हमें, क्या हमारा अप्रोच होना चाहिए, वो सब चलेंगे हम सीधे मोहंती सर के पास। मोहंती सर।
Okay, good evening all of you, and I would like to extend my congratulations to each one of you present here for having cleared a very rigorous test, that is your prelim and mains, that too in a highly competitive exam like SBI. It's a very prestigious organization. So my congratulations to all of you. And friends, what I feel that after clearing all these two different exams like prelim and mains, which is one of the very competitive exams in the country today. So there is no reason, I don't find any reason why you should lag behind, or why you should lose your confidence in appearing the interview and group discussion interview and even this psychometric test.
Yeah.
Only thing is that for the first time in your State Bank of India has introduced this psychometric test for the first time, in
Yes.
addition to group discussion and your interview. So there are different objectives. Let me tell you, once you are very clear about why this test is conducted, then I think there should not be any kind of anxiety or tension in you that why you cannot be, why you should not be in a position to crack this test also and with a good performance. There is nothing. Friends, the only purpose, you see that in group discussion, they test your ability to work in a group, to coordinate in a group, to carry a group, the people along. In an interview, it is an overall assessment of your personality. That is whether you will fit into that organization or not. Then what is the need for saddle test like psychometric test? The psychometric test is nothing but a kind of profiling of your performance. What kind of personality you are, your personality traits, your behavior pattern, your analytical attitude, your attitudinal approach, what type of person you are, what type of personality you are having, what is your attitude to different type of PA, how you are in a position to handle a very stressful environment, उसमें तुम काम कर सकते हो नहीं कर सकते हो, what is your general attitude to the public, as far as customer dealing is concerned, whether you have that kind of compassion or sensitiveness to their problems or not as a person. So these are the behavioral aspects. The behavioral aspects are totally different from your interview to a large extent, because in your interview, if for 10 or 15 minutes you are in a position to communicate very effectively, you are in a position to manage the how to present the facts before the interview board, or manage some kind of body language, then only then that becomes a assessment about your interview performance. But sometimes what happens, this 10 or 15 minutes time is too less to judge a personality of a person.
Exactly, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is why this is the rationale why the psychometric test, it is an additional tool for the organization through some questionnaires, some kind of questions. I will give you the examples also, what type of questions are asked here. So through some kind of objective type questions, verbal reasoning or non-verbal reasoning, whatever it is, they try to assess that the type of personality traits you are having. तुम्हारा behavioral trait क्या है, whether you have got the problem solving nature or not, whether you are positive or negative in your attitude, whether you have got the ability to have a critical thinking, तुम्हारा अंदर है ना नहीं, ठीक है, whether you are you can have some kind of out of box thinking, कुछ organization को lead करने के लिए तुम्हारा अंदर that initiative is there or not, whether you have got the risk bearing capacity, whether you can take a calculative risk, because in a banking organization you have to take risks also, so whether that risk taking ability you have or not, or your emotional aspect, जिसको हम बोलते हैं इमोशनल क्वोशेंट. देयर आर टू थिंग्स, इंटेलिजेंस IQ and EQ. And I am talking this psychometric test is nothing but a test of your EQ, emotional quotient. Emotional quotient means in different type of situations how you behave and how you carry the organization to its successful end, how you achieve your objectives by taking the people, whether आपका group dynamics क्या है, whether आप positive हो और negative हो, how you perceive the problems, आपका problem को solve करने का nature है ना नहीं, whether you are arrogant or very kind of introvert personality, extrovert ho, arrogant ho, or you can take the people along, you respect their views, you can take a decision based on, you involve your people, group members also in your decision making process. ये जो चीज है, इसको टेस्ट करा जाता है through psychometric test.
सर
Social
एक चीज
methods,
और हम पूछेंगे आपसे कि जैसे कि कुछ कैंडिडेट ने मेरे को मैसेज किया कि सर ऐसे भी क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं कि लाइक हम आपके साथ पैनल में थे, मेरे को याद है मॉक इंटरव्यू में जब हम आपके साथ आप थे, जैन सर थे पैनल में, तो आपने एक सिचुएशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन किया था सर. सिचुएशन बेस्ड मीन टू से लाइक जैसे आप ब्रांच या फिर असिस्टेंट मैनेजर हो या फिर आप लीड कर रहे हो उस ब्रांच को, लाइक इस टाइप के भी क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे साइकोमेट्रिक टेस्ट में
this type, yes, it is mostly situational based questions you will be asked in different type of situations. Okay, in the context of your customer service, in the context of your, I will tell you, give you some examples also here. After this, I will give you some examples how it is done in relation to your customer service, or you are taking a credit decision. There are 2-3 people, they are coming to you and they want to defraud the bank. तुम credit decision लोगे तो कैसे ले रहे हो? Whether you are biased in taking a credit decision or it is based on analysis of facts and figures, that is your objectivity. That is your how objectively, how impassioned and passionately you take a credit decision. Because any credit decision, suppose you bias होके तुम ले लिया, or you have got some kind of, you are vulnerable to somebody is not having that integrity or honesty in him, and he takes the credit decision. It can be very heavy, it can involve a heavy stake for the bank. Bank both EMI पड़ सकता है. That is a very risky area. So these are the things they judge, no? And whether you are positive or negative, suppose you are in a certain circumstances, some of your staff members, he is not a good worker, or he is not or he has not behaved properly with somebody, and negative होके तुम उसको you take a punitive decision ले लेते हो, उसको punishment दे देते हो. And whether you are positive, you are counseling him, उसका career growth में तुम्हारा क्या contribution है, तुम्हारा group को लेके चलते हो ना नहीं, उनका जो views है उसको आपका you carry some respect for their views or not, तुम उनको इन्वॉल्व करते हो ना नहीं, और यू आर टेकिंग सिंगली हैंडेडली डिसीजन लेते हो, whether you are autocratic in your approach or democratic in your approach. Autocratic means you superimpose your views, you think that I am the boss, you just so that kind of situation, such type of personalities, they are not successful in the organizational context. तो organizational context में successful होने के लिए it is not enough that you are only knowledgeable. Apart from your knowledge, what is most important is your inbuilt characteristics, inbuilt traits in your personality, जिसको लेके तुम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ज्यादा ये दे सकते हो. हाँ.
अच्छा सर, यहाँ पे एक चीज और हम पूछेंगे, जैसे कि जो मेरे मन में है कि हम स्टूडेंट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से अगर हम उनके बिहाफ पे बात करें, तो सर क्या यहाँ पे रिस्क को पॉइंट आउट करके भी क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं क्या, लाइक जैसे ऑपरेशनल रिस्क आपने भी बोला, या फिर हमारे क्रेडिट रिस्क हुए,
रिस्क मैनेजमेंट में तुमको क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, लाइक देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ हाइपोथेटिकल क्वेश्चंस कुछ पूछ सकते हैं आपको, जे तुम माने whether you are able to take a risk or only तुम खाली, suppose some people आप देखोगे जे suppose while you are going to finance a project, कोई प्रोजेक्ट के लिए एक नई एंटरप्रेन्योर, एक स्टार्टअप कंपनी सपोज आपके पास आ रहा है, so he is just fresh from the university or college, so he may not be able to give you some collateral security, आपको एडिशनल सिक्योरिटी, आप उसको मेरे को लैंड भी दे दो, कुछ तुम्हारे पास कुछ जमीन है तो उसको मॉर्गेज कर दो, तो he will not be having. So in that scenario, will you refuse him to give a loan, or you will see his entrepreneurship, his the success of the project, the market prospects of his project, ये सब देख के दोगे, or you will only be security oriented, उसको बोलोगे नहीं नहीं तुम्हारे पास जमीन है और इतना तुम 5 लाख का लोन ले रहे हो तो तुम्हारा 5 लाख का तुम्हारे पास सिक्योरिटी है ना नहीं. So this is the approach, this type of approach, so how you are going to take a risk. Risk is always, कोई भी risk आप लेते हो, you should take, banking scenario में उसको बोलते हैं, we should take calculative risks. Blind risk तो नहीं ले रहे हैं, but based on some facts and figures and trends, we take some risk. तो इसको देना चाहिए ना नहीं देना चाहिए, that decision.
सर
So that
एक
is
हाँ, एक चीज़ और सर ये क्योंकि जैसे कि हम आपको भी पता होगा सर और बच्चों को भी जानते हैं क्योंकि बच्चों को उनके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मेरे को ये लग रहा है क्योंकि एक बच्चे ने मेरे को मैसेज किया था वो बहुत अच्छे से हमको आइडिया नहीं है बट हाँ उस बच्चे ने मैसेज किया हम रीड नहीं कर पाए ढंग से अभी जस्ट आपकी क्लास से पहले ही सेशन से पहले ही उन्होंने ये बोला कि सर ये कितनी देर का हो सकता है एक्चुअली अगर हम बात करें कि ये टाइम मतलब कि जैसे हमारा इंटरव्यू हो सकता कभी कभी 10 मिनट के भी होते हैं सर 15 मिनट से 20 मिनट भी
देखिए
ज्यादा
already I think you have been conveyed the dates and time also. Time मेरे ख्याल में
हाँ सर
90 minutes का दिया है.
एडमिट कार्ड आ गया हाँ सर कॉल लेटर
They
आ
have
गया
been given a year of 90 minutes. It will be purely objective types
ओके
questions.
ओके
Okay. There are different type of situational questions. There are different type about your temperaments. Suppose
जी
they
जी
will ask you that you basically as a matter of PA, you try to make you are fond of making new friends every day or this type of thing, or you are choosy about making friends only with the people of your temperament. तुम्हारा temperament का लोगों को तुम उनके साथ or you like to interact with only those people who are educated who are having some kind of compatible temperament. तुम्हारा temperament उसका temperament मिलता है नहीं मिलता है, or the people who are from the same background. ऐसा क्वेश्चन भी पूछा जाता है उसको जज करने के लिए किस टाइप पर्सनालिटी है. So suppose there are some people they are very much they are introvert and they only like to make friendship with those people who are of their same background, same type of temperament. तो आपका adaptability कितना है, how flexible you are, can you connect with different type of groups and different type of people or not. So this is also a profiling of your personality, whether you
ओके
are positive or negative. I am telling you, giving you an example.
ओके सर
For example, I am just giving you that will make it more clear. That is, they say, suppose there is a long queue. You are the branch manager at that time. You are posted in a small branch where there are only 2 or 3 people with you. So that day, 2 people were absent, and you are the only person handling the entire operational area of the branch as the manager. You are the manager, and you are also the clerk that day. So in that scenario, there is a long queue for depositing cash. That is a rural area, and there are lot of people standing in the queue for depositing cash. Okay. In the meantime, you find that a person who is differently handicapped, when a differently abled, a handicapped person, he approaches to deposit cash. So will you ask him to stand in the queue? Will you respect that you will follow the same procedure? These are the guidelines, systems, and procedures of the bank. And whenever his turn comes, you will deposit the cash. Or will you go the extra mile to help him by giving him some chair, giving him some preferential treatment or something like that? इस टाइप की क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है टू सी योर कंपैशन लेवल. और एक मैं क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, जैसे एक ओल्ड मैन he comes to your branch to open an account and you find that you discover during the KYC while fulfilling the KYC norms he only produces the forged documents. उसका आप देखते हो जो documents are forged. So how do you act in this scenario? उसको will you call the police? Will you report it to your manager? Or you will ask him to produce the original documents? Like this, there will be some set of situations you have to say. You have to tick mark whatever you feel.
ओके सर ओके तो और सर कुछ और इन लोगों के लिए लाइक कि क्या कुछ इसमें कुछ पढ़ के जाने की जरूरत है
और
या
एक चीज मैं बताऊंगा, there is you need not have to be unduly apprehensive जब आपको कुछ पढ़ के जाना है.
ओके सर
Be
हाँ
your
ये सबसे
own.
बड़ा concern
कोई जरूरत नहीं, absolutely it is not needed.
ओके
ठीक है. This is a whatever individual thinking or individual approach you have, you maintain that. Yeah. You go in a very cool mind, go through the questions very thoroughly, and that too in a very cool mind. And whatever you feel that your natural reaction, whatever way you want to react, your first reaction, you you must reflect it in your answer. There is no need to think which may be the most ideal answer or something like that,
हाँ
because it is basically a test of your personality, and
सर
whatever natural way you react to that, and you answer the question accordingly. Okay. So that is my personal opinion. And you should not give any fake answer. You should not try to give a very makeshift answer, which is not your original thinking, what you want to, yeah. So that in that case, what happens? It is normally the result of this psychometric test is shared with the interview board.
Okay, sir.
Normally. So the interview board, they may also ask you some counter questions on this if they feel like it is not necessary. They may. So somewhere you should not be tracked. You should not be caught that you are a very inconsistent personality. You are you are trying to be a kind of Hippocratic type of self. You should be a natural. Whatever way you think, as a logical way, you apply your own reasoning, your own logic, natural logic, and try to answer the questions. And it is very easy. There is no need of these are all situation-based, practical problems, practical questions you can answer.
सर
So,
इसमें एक और हम एक और थोड़ा सा डाउट था, 2-3 डाउट थे मेरे को जो हम अपडेट करने चाहेंगे यहाँ पे कि आपसे कवर करेंगे कि सर यहाँ पे क्या कुछ रीजनिंग के भी क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं क्या सर? लाइक जैसे रीजनिंग में हमारा तो वहाँ पे पजल आते हैं, बट यहाँ पे स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चन जो
statement based questions and some paragraphs they may give you. Sometimes some reading ability should be there. कुछ कभी-कभी they give a not a very long paragraph, but 50 lines or 60 lines paragraphs like this, small paragraphs they give you. And your answer is you have to go through that paragraph and how easily you comprehend the problem, your comprehensive nature, how you comprehend the situation and react to it, your understanding of the situation. So that they, out of that, they assess. So there only you find that I agree, I disagree, or I don't know. This type of only 3-4 options are given. Sometimes it is given, sometimes it is.
तो गाइज आप लोगों ने जैसा कि देखा मोहंती सर ने और बहुत सारी चीजें जो मेन कहते हैं फोकस डाउट थे, यानी कि जो हम लोग के नॉर्मल क्वेश्चंस पॉइंट आउट करके हम लोगों ने अपडेट किया यहाँ पर, जो सर ने बताया कि आपको बहुत ज्यादा यहाँ पे इतना इसको हाइप क्रिएट नहीं करना, लाइक कि हाँ ये साइकोमेट्रिक टेस्ट है हमारा, ये होगा वो होगा, ऐसे बिल्कुल नॉर्मल होके जाना है। और सर अभी एक कमेंट और आ रहा है, एक हमारे एस्पिरेंट है उनका कमेंट आ रहा है, सर हमारा जो नॉर्मल गेटअप यानी कि हमारा ड्रेस होगा वो क्या होगा, नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन मार्क करके उन्होंने
लिखा है। एक्चुअली तो माने आई अंडरस्टैंड that they already they have already prescribed you. I think they have already given you a dress code here.
अच्छा, कॉलेटर में दिया हूं,
already दिया है in a light colored. You should be in a formal dress, something like that. आप देख लीजिए that you ये तो आपका थोड़ा सा बहुत ज्यादा जैसे इंटरव्यू में आप जाते हैं with a coat and not, it's not required. They have already prescribed. So you maintain that dress code. Okay. Otherwise, because that may be also a point of observation for you. That may be.
तो आप जितने भी एस्पिरेंट हैं जिनका भी आपका साइकोमेट्रिक टेस्ट है, तो एक बार आप अपना कॉल लेटर डाउनलोड कर लो।
कॉल लेटर में है ऑलरेडी, इट इज मेंशन नाउ।
इंस्ट्रक्शंस उन्होंने दे रखा है कि कितने टाइम ड्यूरेशन क्या होगा, आपका ड्रेस कोड, आपका फॉर्मल या इनफॉर्मल, सब कुछ मेंशन कर रखा है उन्होंने। तो एक बार उसके बारे में देखेंगे। अगर और कोई डाउट है तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में जरूर बताना आप मेरे को। हम फिर से मोहंती सर को
ड्रेस कोड इज ऑलरेडी आई थिंक गिवन, आप देख लीजिए। दैट इज आई टू द बेस्ट ऑफ माय नॉलेज दे हैव ऑलरेडी क्लैरिफाइड what type of dress you are supposed to wear on that day. I think 19th, most probably on 19th they have fixed the date or something like that.
हाँ
for your psychometric test.
Psychometric test तो आप
must have received the communication.
हाँ, और कोई डाउट है तो आप प्लीज आप बेझिझक आप कमेंट कीजिएगा। और सारे डाउट होंगे तो हम धीरे धीरे सारे डाउट को आपको लेके फिर से मोहंती सर के साथ फिर से हम आएंगे, वो डाउट को क्लियर करेंगे। तो गाइज आपको बता दें कि आप इसके रिगार्डिंग हम लोग का एक इंटरव्यू बैच भी आ रहा है। इंटरव्यू बैच दोस्तों आपको आप एनरोल करा सकते हो। आप नॉर्मली अगर हम बात करें, वो बैच हम लोग का स्टार्ट होने जा रहा है यहाँ पर, ठीक है। तो आपको जाना है adda247.com पर इसके रिगार्डिंग, और आपको जाना है SBI PO में। SBI PO में जाके आपको SBI PO का कंप्लीट इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन बैच जो है वो आपका यहाँ पर इस तरह से आपको दिख रहा होगा। यहाँ पे सर है, मोहंती सर है, जैन सर है, सारे लोग हैं, खुराना सर भी है, ठीक है। तो आपको बाय नाउ पर जाना है, यहाँ पर आपको कूपन कोड अप्लाई करना है, ठीक है। Y307 कोड अप्लाई करके आप एनरोल करा सकते हो 1-on-1 मॉक सेशन यानी लाइव बैच में भी। और यहाँ पर आपका जो आपकी इंटरव्यू बैच होंगे इसमें आपके लाइव क्लासेस भी होंगे, चाहे वो सर की क्लासेस हो या फिर हमारे नॉर्मल करंट अफेयर, करंट बैंकिंग न्यूज, या फिर नॉर्मल जो हमारे पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट की क्लासेस होंगी वो भी आपको अवेलेबल होंगी इस इंटरव्यू बैच में। तो आप एनरोल करा सकते हो दोस्तों Y307 कोड के साथ। ठीक है, तो थैंक यू दोस्तों, हैव अ ग्रेट डे। आज के लिए फिलहाल इतना ही। सर आपके एंड से सर कुछ?
Friends, I would like to give you the last piece of advice to you, that since you have already cracked such a rigorous competent, it is certainly not more difficult than the type of tests in the prelim and mains you have already appeared. It is not that complicated or this thing here. So psychometric test is nothing but just a pure psychosis, because you have not understood what. But once you appear the test, you can very well make out. It is a very simple. That is your reaction, your response to some practical situations in the, particularly in the context of banking. That kind of scenario you'll be getting. You apply your general logic and reply to these questions. And no answer is absolutely correct or absolutely wrong. It's not like that. That it is absolutely, it could be anything, but it is, they assess from that your subjective, the type of answer you give, they assess what kind of personality you are. It is just for personality profiling, so that the type of subjectivity जो normally interview board में कभी कभी देखा जाता है, that is obviated, वो eliminate हो जाता है there. So this is for that purpose only, and there is nothing to fear. And please take up the test very boldly and try to perform your best. Under 247, we have got a very good, very effective team with a lot of, exposure to different type of diverse segments in the banking field, and will definitely lead you to success. Will guide you in the right way, and will definitely ensure that each one of you who have qualified and you are associated with ADA, you will be successful. Don't worry about that. And my best wishes and best of luck for your first step, that is the psychometric test. Thank you very much.
तो गाइस आज के लिए फिलहाल इतना ही। हम लोग फिर से मिलेंगे सर के साथ और बहुत सारे डाउट आपके क्लियर कराएंगे। तो आप लोग के जो भी डाउट हो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में मेंशन करना, उन्हीं क्वेश्चन को हम पॉइंट आउट करके सर के पास लेके जाएंगे। फिर से हम मिलेंगे, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्लास के साथ। तब के लिए दोस्तों हैव अ ग्रेट डे, बाय बाय, टेक केयर, बेस्ट ऑफ लक गाइस, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
Thank you.
बेंजन सर।